Hi guys, welcome back to the E46 build. Today I'm going to cover removing the spare wheel tub and relocating the battery. I had some hassle last night trying to get the bumper off, but I managed to get it off in the end. As you can see, it's on the desk. It's a bit of a bomb site in the garage at the moment. Comment below if you want me to cover making a jacking point video. I'll cover that if you want me to. So I'll come to the back of the car and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So the plan of action today is going to obviously remove the spare wheel tub. The battery is normally located there, but due to not having a lot of talent at drifting yet, I'm going to locate it and put it where the rear seats used to be. At least then if I do hit something, I'm not going to damage the battery. So the plan is I'm just going to cut around the perimeter of this and drop it out. The only thing which I wouldn't say is an issue, underneath the car, I'll show you in a minute, there's a seam line. It drops down and then it comes around here somewhere. So it's not smooth with the top, but I'm going to cut it like that and then put a plate on top here and seam weld it in. And the same what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to get the grinder and cut it out, take it out. I might even reuse the battery box, weld the battery box there. I'll see how it's going there, but one thing that's going to happen is obviously we're removing a lot of steel out of this, so it's going to take some rigidity out of the chassis. So the plan of action, quite a lot of people do this. They put a steel beam or box section or a piece of steel anyway, weld it across here. They cut away this section here, and you expose the strengthened part of the chassis. So you just weld a piece of tube through there and put that back on, and same here. So I'm going to also cover that as well. So I'll pop under the car now and I'll show you what I mean about the funny join. Sorry about the lighting, it's terrible at the moment. There's actually sun in Wales. So this is it. As you can see, it drops down and comes along here. This is for the to give strength to the rear part of the chassis. So this part of it, I'm going to cut it from underneath the car, so I'll just follow this, so don't disturb any of the strengthening. But the remaining is going to be cut up here anyway. And then same for the battery box. That's just going to be cut straight out and then put a plate underneath. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with that. It's mostly going to be a time lapse. It's going to be quite a boring process, just cutting something out. So I'm gonna jump into time lapse now, and I'll show you the result. So it didn't take long to cut out the tub and the battery box. So the plan of action now is I'm going to remove this bracket here, and there's another bracket there. I'll get the wire wheel out on the grinder, and I'm going to prep the surface all the way along the perimeter, same with the battery box, and then we're going to mount a steel plate. I'm going to bead the weld all the way around it. So the way I'm going to get the correct size for the steel plates, I'm going to use the spare wheel tub and the battery box as a template onto cardboard. And I'll cut around the cardboard, lay the cardboard on a sheet of metal and then cut it out. So we've made a template out of cardboard for the new boot floor and the battery box. So what I'm going to do now, I'll remove these out, and then I've got a 2mm sheet of steel, and I'll cut them out of that, and then we'll go to welding it into the back of the car. That's the steel sheet cut out now. It's not perfect. there's a couple of bits in the corners here which you can see a bit of daylight, but we'll just fill that full of weld. So I'm going to tack it in place, and then I'm going to run a bead across the top and go underneath and run again. And then once that's done, I'm going to put some sealant to finish it off, and then under seal. So this is what I've ended up with. To be fair, it's quite a decent job. The plate fitted decently. The template I did with the cardboard, same with the battery box. So what I ended up doing was I run a beader weld all the way around the top. Same for the battery box, and then underneath, which I'll show you in a minute, I did the same. I don't know if you can get it on the camera. Once I did the weld, I put some body sealant over the weld, just to make sure there was no moisture or anything that comes through, if there's any gaps between the weld. But overall it's come out decent. I did put a red oxide primer, and then I've painted it black. For now, I don't know if I'm going to end up spraying the whole inside the car eventually, but we'll take that as it comes. So I'll show you underneath the car now. So I'm quite pleased the way the bottom of the car's come out. It's under sealed now, but you can see where I was previously talking about the strengthening bit. You can still see the rivets which are there, so we haven't measured the strength there. I haven't put any sealant on the underside. I think I will. I'll just get the flappy wheel out and go across the weld and put some sealant and put some more under seal. I'm really happy as well with the battery box. So this is good. I have put sealant around this one. The material is a bit thin, so every time I try to weld, I didn't get a decent weld. So I've only welded on the inside all the way around the perimeter of the plate, and then I've just put a sealant coat across it. So that's it really. So overall it's a decent job, and the car looks really well. All the under seal underneath looks really good, and quite happy with the way it's came out. So that's it for the spare wheel tub removal and the battery box removal. So if you're liking the content, please, if you could like and subscribe to the channel. So that on the next episode, I'm going to be rebuilding the subframe and putting the poly bushes in. They arrived the other day, so start cracking on with that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Tell me what you need, tell me